So why do students struggle with the problems of two equations? And one of the biggest problem is turning the words into equations. So it's translating the sentence into algebra, and I have covered in the last video as well. So please have a look at that video first. And this type of problems where we have two unknowns at once, students find it difficult to handle with two unknowns, which is a bit more complex and less familiar to them. So today we are going to look at that kind of problems and then choosing the correct method, because this problems involves two methods. One is the elimination, where you need to eliminate and then substitute the back in value. So let's look at the problem first, then you will understand what I'm talking about, the struggle that students face. So if, for example, 3 coffees and 2 slices of cheesecake cost that much, 490, and then 2 coffee and 4 slices of cake cost that much. So what would the cost of 2 coffee and 1 slice of cake be? In this case, we have to form an equation first. So here 3 coffee, and also in order to make it a bit more challenging, they will be using numbers in the words rather than just 3 on its own. So here and instead of coffee, I'm just going to use a letter C, and for cake, I'm going to use a K, or you can use X and Y, any letters from A to Z. So we have 3 coffee plus 2 slices of cake equals to 490. And then 2 coffee, so that's our 2 coffee plus 4 slices of cake equals to 620. Now in this case, we are going to double this. And why we are doubling it? Because we want to get rid of one of the items. So let's say if I double this, it's going to be 6C plus 4K equals to 490. And if we double this, it's going to be 0. 9 times 2 is 18, and then this is 8 and 9. I like to do my calculations on the right side so that I can always check what mistakes I have made. And I'm going to write underneath this equation again, 2C plus 4K equals to 620. And if we take the difference of these two equations, this is called elimination. We are eliminating one of the term. If we get rid of this, we are left with 6 minus 2C is equals to 4C. That equals to, if we take away 620 from this, we are left with 0, 6, and 3. So that's 360. And if I divide this by 4, so I'm going to remove the decimal first. So that's going to be 360 divided by 4 equals to, how many times 4 will go into 36? That's 90. And then again, I'm going to insert my decimal. So C is going to equal to 0.9, so which is just 90 pence. So we have found out the cost of 1 coffee. And now I'm going to substitute the value of C here. You can substitute in either one of this equation. So 2 times 0.90 plus 4K equals to 620. And then 0.9 times 2 equals to 0. 9 times 2 is 18, 1.8. So this is going to be 1.8 plus 4K equals to 620. And then our inverse operation, we are going to take away 1.8 from both the sides. So we are left with, so I'm going to draw a line here and say 620 minus 180. So that's 5 here, and 12 minus 8 is going to be 4. And then 5 minus 1 is going to be 440. So 4K equals to 440. And then divided by 4 both the sides, we have K equals to 1.10. So we have price of one coffee and one cake. And now we are looking for our final task is to find the cost of two coffee and one slice. So two coffee equals to, so one coffee is 0.90, so two coffee is going to equal to 1.80. And then we need to add one slice of cake, which is 1.10. So altogether, if we add this, we will have 0.9.2. So the final cost would be £2.90. I hope you have followed the steps. Do not worry if you haven't, because I'm going to do this similar example again, and then later on I will have independent practice for you. So please bear in mind that this might be new, but here we are forming two equations. Our step number 1 and 2 here, two equations. Step number 3, we will just double this in order to get eliminated one of the terms. So that's why we are doing, so that's step number 3. Step number 4, our elimination. Step number 5, equating them. Step number 6, substituting. And step number 7, adding. So whatever they're asking, the combination, two coffee, one slice of cake, it might be three coffee, and so on. So let's look at another example. In this example, it says two teas. So I'm going to use a T letter for my teas. So I'm going to write two teas there, plus three muffins. So I'm going to pick M. So we have three muffins, and the cost of that equals to 5.40. Now another 4 teas. So we have 4 tea there, plus one muffin, that's M, equals to 680. Now you can either multiply this with 3, so that you will have 3M here, and you can eliminate this, or you can always you can double this. So I'm going to double this. If I double this, that's going to be 4T plus 6M equals to 540 times 2 will give me 0, 8, and 4, 0. So it's going to be, oops, sorry, 5 times 2 is 10. Apologies. So 10.80. So now I'm going to rewrite this here. Sorry, 4T plus 6M equals to 10.80. And then I'm going to take away this equations from here. If I take away this, I'm left with 5M equals to 0, 0, and then that's 4. And we know that if we divide 4 by 5, that's going to be 0.8, because we'll put a decimal, and then how many times 4 will go, 5 will go into 40, that's 8. And then putting back here, so if we are dividing by 5, put the side, so we have M equals to 0.8, which is 80 pence. So that's one task done here. And now we are trying to find the cost of 1T. So insert the value back and substitute in any of the equation. So, sorry. So I have, sorry, I just got lost with my pen. I got it back. So let's continue. I'm going to insert the value of M in this equation. So I have 2T plus 3 times 0.8 equals to 5.40. And then 0.8 times 3 is 224. So that's that. So now we'll have 2T here plus 2.4 equals to 540. And I'm going to take away 2.4 from both this side. So that I will be left with 2t equals to 3 pounds. And then if I half that, it's going to be 150. So one muffin cost 80 pence and then one tea cost £1 and 50 pence. Our task is to find a price of 2 teas and one muffin. So 2 teas is going to be we just had £3 there, and then we need to add one muffin, which is 0.80 pence. Altogether, that's going to be £3 and 80 pence. So that's our final answer. Right, so the last one for last example that I'm going to do today is that this one. We have 3 burgers here, so it's B for me. Always use lowercase, and then 2 sodas. So I'm going to add S there, and that cost 8.20. So 3 burgers, first step first, from the equation, plus 2, this combination is costing us £8 and 20 pence. 1 burger, so 1 burger, plus 4 sodas, so 4 sodas equals to 7.40. Right, in this case, I'm going to try and multiply this with 3. I just wanted to show you that you can also do that. So I'm going to times it by 3. And why I'm timesing by 3? Because if I times this by 3, I can eliminate this term. So then I will have 3b plus 12s, and then 7.4 times 3 will give me, that's 12. 7 times 3 is 21, and that's 22. So that equals to 22.20. And now I'm going to subtract this, which is 3b plus 2s equals to 820. So in this case, if I subtract all of these terms, that I can get rid of that term, and this equals to 10s equals to 0, point. Then we have 1 here, and then 12 minus 8 is 4. And that's 14. And if I divide that by 10, both the sides, we will have s equals to 1.4. And I can going to find b plus 4 times this is called substitution. We are substituting value of s there. So 1.4 times 4 is 16, and then 4 times 4, 5.6. So b plus 5.6 equals to 740, and we are going to eliminate 5.6 using our inverse method. So we are left with b equals to 740 minus 5.6, that's 5 here, and then 14. So if you take away that, it's going to be 8 and 0. So b equals to 0.80, which is 80 pence. And we need to find the cost of 2 burgers. So 2 burgers is going to be, if I add another 80 pence, that's going to be 1.6. So £1 and 60 pence. And then we need to add 1 soda. If we add 1 soda to that, that will be 10, and that's exactly £3. So combination of 2 burgers plus 1 soda equals to £3. That's all you have to do. So here are the 3 questions that's more or less similar. Please do practice, pause, and then check your answers. Right, I assume that you have practiced and you are ready to mark your answers, which are here. And I hope you all got them correct. If not, then please do comment and I'll try to explain you in next video. So Helpful tips here. Please label the letters that you are comfortable with. I usually prefer the starting letter of whatever the item is. So C for coffee, or K for cake, or B for burger, S for soda. Write both equations neatly before solving. And also while you are reading, try to form an equation. Use elimination method, often easier for 11 plus. We have looked at that, where we eliminate using the inverse operation. Check your answers by plugging in value. It should make sense. You shouldn't get any negative values. And look, please spot some patterns, like you have this type of questions will require you to form two equations. Right, I will see you in next video. Take care and bye bye, and please do subscribe to my channel. Share this video with other students, your friends, family, so that they can also benefit from this type of learning. Take care and bye bye.